Welcome back to AFTV. I'm here with the big man, Marty. Now, Marty, this could be a momentous night. It could be a momentous night. Arsenal going away to Brighton, always a difficult place to go. They win 1-0, not the best of performances. But perhaps just as big is the fact that Man City at home to Forest tonight, a game that they were expected to win and win comfortably. The great Erling Haaland coming back into the team. They thought it was going to be a home banker. Guess what? They've drawn. They've dropped 2 points. And as I speak to you now, Arsenal are 7 points clear at the head of the table with 8 games to go. How are you feeling about that, mate?
Mate, I'm pretty happy. I ain't going to lie, mate. Listen, this is how that result, and I'll start on that result. That result, the draw, obviously, Nottingham Forest gaining a point and Man City dropping the points, brings Tottenham closer to the trapdoor, right? And it brings us closer to the title. But I'm not going to focus, I'm going to park that one up because that's another conversation another time. This performance tonight, and this is what I've said all season about this team, right? It is about getting the job done. The difference for me with this Arsenal team this season is in situations like that, we get the job done. Okay, it ain't sometimes about playing champagne football and pretty football, and it was nervous. We were on edge, and that was one of the nerviest games that I've watched. And this is why after the Wolves result, which albeit, listen, wasn't a fantastic result by any stretch of the means, how we threw away a lead. But then this is why, because then football changes very quickly. Now we're in a situation where we're 7 points clear, as you said, in the Premier League. Everyone goes, oh, but City have got a game in hand. Yeah, but you've got to go and win that game in hand. Yeah? It's all well and good. I'd rather have the points on the board, personally. And the thing, what we're seeing with this team right here, right now, right? David Raya, okay? David Raya currently, right here, right now, is the best goalkeeper in the world, bar none. You've got Thiago Courtois under him. Donnarumma shipped 2 goals tonight. And then people say, oh, the defence he's got in, which I'm going to come on to. David Raya, the agility, the mindset that this guy has is unbelievable. If there was a save-for-save competition, I genuinely believe David Raya comes out. His footwork's awesome. He has got everything. And don't forget, this is a guy that come into this Arsenal side when Ramsdale was the fans' favourite. He was, and know what, listen, 90% of Arsenal fans, if you ask them, they wanted Ramsdale. They didn't want Raya. And this guy has worked his way into this position, and this is why we are where, because we've got big players like that. He's got 14 clean sheets this season just in the Premier League. That's without the European games, and that's without the Cup games, the League Cup and the FA Cup. This guy is absolutely phenomenal, and today we saw that. Yet again, he steps up and makes big saves. Don't get me wrong, goalkeepers make mistakes. They all do. Your Oliver Kahns, your Petr Cechs, all the best goalkeepers, your David Seamans, your Jens Lehmanns. But what this guy does is recovers from his mistakes better, and he makes top saves at key moments. And
I would say, though, that I pretty much agree with everything you said there. But tonight, I think he owes my man Gabriel Magalhaes a drink, because in that first minute, David Raya, I've got to admit, I don't know what he's doing there, but he gets it all wrong. And it's up to my man Gabriel Magalhaes to make the recovery run, the header, and to clear danger.
Do you know what? And again, in that situation, listen, he makes a mistake, but what he does is he makes himself big, he comes out and he gambles. It's a red or black situation. If he backs off then, he gives Belieber the chance to stick it to the sides. But what he did is he came out and then Belieber thought, I'm going to stick it over to you. And yes, and I'm going to come on to Gabriel, probably another player in that position that is the best in the world. He is absolutely immense. He is a colossus. We saw it against Chelsea, where he jumps up from the side and heads the ball back in a dangerous situation. We saw it tonight, where he's fighting for his life, commanding his back line. And don't forget, William Saliba was out tonight. Yeah. But then Mosquera comes in, and I'll be honest with you, Mosquera didn't have the best game. We bring on Calafiori, and in Hincapié played out of his skin tonight. He was phenomenal. And this guy is really, really starting to nail down this spot in this Arsenal team. He is everywhere. He's tough, he's brutal, he's silky smooth, his footwork's phenomenal, the way he moves the ball. He's got drive, he's got desire, he's got bite, and that is everything that I love to see in an Arsenal player. And when I look around the pitch, and then you've got to take into consideration, if I'm honest with you, Zubimendi and Declan Rice did not have the best games, and they put our defence under a lot of pressure. And this defence, to grind out that result like they did tonight, listen, you ain't always going to win every game 3-0, 4-0. Sometimes you're going to have to go to the Amex. yeah, on a Wednesday night, and you're going to get pumped. They were pushing us. We were camped out in our half, right? But you know what? This is, again, with this Arsenal team, we can mix it up. Listen, if you want to get physical with us, we'll get physical, and we'll play you like that. Yeah, if you want us to press you and you want to stick 11 men behind the ball, cool. We ain't got a problem with that either, right? If you want to press us, we'll sit behind the ball and then we'll catch you on a counter. We'll score a goal and we'll see the game out 1-0. And that's what happened tonight. We've got a variety of ways of playing. I've said this season, and that's why I believe in this team, because I'm not just seeing a one-dimensional Arsenal that can just go and blow teams away on their day, and then when it comes on top like it did tonight, we fold. We didn't. People call us bottle jobs. Listen, bottle jobs.
Well, what they call in City.
Well, listen, this is exactly what I'm saying. And they went in the lead and they throw in leads away. Listen, don't get me wrong, both of those goals were good quality goals, but that's what you'd expect at this level. And that's exactly what you'd expect at this level. And they got undone and they had a perfect opportunity to keep the 5-point pace with us. But no, they slipped off tonight. They have slipped off and they've given us the perfect opportunity. Now we've got FA Cup games and then we've got Champions League coming up before our the next round of Premier League games come in a week. So they've got to sit on that, knowing that we're 7 points clear. And that's, do you know what? What a fantastic result. Tonight couldn't have gone any better like that.
Absolutely. Just touching on a couple of the other talking points in the game then. So, as you said, great win, great night for Arsenal. A couple of talking points regarding some of the players in the team who probably weren't at their best. Looking at the midfield, in particular, Zubimendi and Declan Rice, I've got to admit, last couple of games, these two guys have been great all season, but they're tailing off a little bit. Suggestions that they may be a bit tired. Is this now the time for a bit of rotation to happen? Give those guys a rest, bring in the likes of Norgard, maybe put Havertz back in midfield. I don't know. What are you saying about it?
100%. Listen, no disrespect. We're playing Mansfield on Saturday. Albeit, the worst thing about that is the pitch is probably not going to be the quality that we're used to playing on. That's not me making excuses. It's just a fact. If anyone has played at these sorts of grounds before, they'll know the difference in... You know, and it does the kind of football we're playing. But this is the perfect opportunity to roll on your Miles Lewis Skellies, everyone, Norgard. Get out Jesus. He hasn't been on the pitch for a while. This is what, bring Madueke on. It's games like this. Put Kepa in goal. Give these guys a break. Zubimendi and Rice need a break. It's clear to see. Play Havertz in the midfield. Going away to a League One side, whether it's the FA Cup, and I understand the magic of the FA Cup, I've watched it since I was a boy, I get all of that. But this current Arsenal squad going to Mansfield is probably, when I saw that draw and I saw those ties, was the best team that we pretty much... The only other thing that I would want to change is let's have it at home, right? But it's away. So I'm not travelling away to it, but listen, for the players. But... yes, Norgard needs to. And what I love what Mikel Arteta done tonight, right, is he saw how the game was going and he made the relevant changes where he needed to. He hooked Zubimendi, he hooked Mosquera. Mosquera was on a yellow card and he looked a little bit shaky. I love Mosquera. I think he's fantastic. But he didn't have his best game. Martinelli didn't have the best game. He got hooked. And then Trossard come on and he didn't have the best game either. Gyökeres was a little bit cumbersome, but he hooked him and he brought Havertz on. What I'm seeing with Mikel Arteta, he's being proactive, but he's not moving away from the players he's bringing into the situations he's bringing into. Our style of play throughout the whole game didn't change. And we got the job done consistently throughout. But there was a level of tempo that we improved when it came to 80 odd minutes. And listen, we saw the game out, 7 points clear, and that is such an important night tonight in football. And listen, I generally believe, and I've said it all season, and people call me deluded, and and I don't really care, but this kind of backs up that Arsenal, I'd find it very hard if they don't win the Premier League this season, because they are ready to go.
Travelling to away games has never been easier, especially with Rocket Mobile.
Unlimited data, unlimited everything in the UK. When you leave the UK, it's 20 gig of roaming data. Life is very easy.
£16 a month, no hassle.
How you doing?
How you doing? All right. And this is what you get in Europe.
I know. Tony Adams!
Come on, like, thank you so much.
You're the man.